Officer. Her association began after I had been supervisor for about a year. At that time, our office staff consisted of one full-time and one part-time secretary. And the full-time secretary became great with child and was going to be off for a while, and we needed someone to fill in. Jack immediately, I know he had in mind an assistant zoning officer. Hey, my wife, Barbie worked at Lancaster Labs for several years and was looking to improve her position. And so I spoke with Barb and assured her, even though Chris was going to be returning after the maternity, that I assured her that we are definitely going to need an additional secretarial person. As I recall, the part-time person had no desire to become full-time at that time, so we needed to go out and find someone. And we decided we needed to keep that additional person because we just recently instituted a computer system. And although in most cases you would figure that computerizing things, hey, gravy, we could probably reduce staff. Well, the way it's done here is we went from a manual system to a computerized system, but now we needed additional staff because we kept the manual system to keep track to make sure this computer is doing everything right. And then about 8 years later, we instituted, we completely got rid of that proprietary system, which couldn't be changed, instituted a whole new computer system that we could program and do things with. Now, we got 2 computer systems running, plus a manual system to keep track of the 2 computer systems. That's why I came into the office one day and they were using whiteout on the screen. No, they weren't using this computerized stuff. So that's why the office staff is as large as it is.
It's good to know that.
When they got used to the new system, which basically handled the sewer billing and the water billing and the financial situation in the township, I came to my wife, who had done some programming and database. This is back in the old days of DOS-based computers, if anybody remembers that. And she had done some work for a local business, set up inventory control software and so forth. So Barbara asked for it. Could you write us a program to keep track of all the zoning, everything? Obviously, he's not doing his job. Fill in and do that. So Cora came with us, what do you want? And she wrote this program. And for any of you involved in programming, the one key element, in addition to obviously, getting the task done, is to idiot-proof the system, which means try to think of every possible thing that you could do and prevent it from happening. Well, I should let her, but she was very nice about it. But she called and she said, I have no clue why they would have done that. How could they have possibly done this? So by the time we ended up with a Windows environment, Cora said, no, I don't do that anymore. So she graciously bowed out of that system. Now it seems to me that since Jack is retiring from this job and has already retired from everything else and hasn't done much with zoning since Barbie took over that job, the natural progression here, if he wants to follow in my footsteps, is obviously move up to supervisor. And the way I've calculated it, I spent 12 years as zoning officer, 18 years as supervisor, so I got 30 years. I calculated 28 years, 9 months. He owes you a year and 3 months.